Welcome everybody to the Smilers Invitational. I'm Joerazor, joined here by Nyx, and we have a match in between the Hangzhou Bark and Kingdom Come. It's in our advanced tournament.
So going through these teams as a quick rundown. Obviously, Kingdom Come, Smiler's advanced team. They have a lot of known players. Obviously, Copydog, Cheddar, some of the most known. So Cheddar, Copydog, and Gizd were all on Vitalized last season, which did come in the grand finals in intermediate, losing short to Shanghai Sellouts. So obviously they do have a bit of preset synergy, I guess. And then you have Pixelmaster, really good player. He first came out in, I believe, Horizon League, and then he proved to join in other tournaments. He's been a really good flex support for the team, for all the teams he's done. And then looking to the other side, obviously, I think they might have a ringer. Maybe not.
Team?
I guess they're not in yet, but I don't see Chuggy J. But I was going to say, Chuggy J probably one of the best DPS players in this league, for advanced at least. Obviously known as a god, the GOAT. Plays hitscan, but he can't play a lot of projectile too. And then you got players like Acid, which don't see him in here yet. It looks like Chuggy J is joining. And then after that, there's a lot of unknown players, or players that are just questionable. Players like Aspect, Disguido, Painless, not really have ever proven themselves. It's gonna be interesting to see how these teams clash, and what comps are gonna run, especially.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of what we saw yesterday in the intermediate tournament with this Reaper Sombra, Reaper Tracer dive. While it's, I think currently, especially after the hog nerfs, it is the best comp in the game right now. It allows you to switch, and depending on how good your tanks are, it allows you to switch, how flexible, your tanks are, it allows you to switch fairly easily. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of this dive comp, because especially because a lot of tanks just know how to play Winston, and so it allows them to switch over to a Reinhardt or an Orisa, even though Orisa's not really meta right now. It allows you to switch over to a different main tank still fairly easily.
I agree, yeah. Also, when you're looking at both of these teams, just going through everybody, I'd have to say Kingdom Come probably have the advantage comp-wise. You see Aspect, probably most known for his Pharah, but what can he play other than that, really? We haven't really seen him on anything else. Obviously, Chuggy J probably can't play Reaper or a Sombra, but then going on to the side of Kingdom Come, Raging Cool and Cheddar are both known to be flexible players and play those heroes at a pretty high level. So I think for DPS-wise for this composition, I think it does go to the way of Kingdom Come. Both tanks on Hangzhou, kind of less known, I think that this is their first season. But then you got some veterans, obviously Copydog, and Ant's been in a lot of other leagues. So I think it's going to be a really interesting, synergy-wise, to see the difference. That could be a big part in the result of this match.
Yeah. I think what will decide this match is which team has the better tank line. Especially because in this current meta, I feel like more than ever, the tanks are the most crucial part. Because if your tank overextends a bit, then you can just get taken down, and you basically lose the fight, sometimes lose the point. And you can't really have these carry moments on the DPS. If they decide to switch over and run something more like the Ash Tracer, then you do have more clutch potential, a lot more carry potential from your DPS. But I doubt we will see that. Maybe we will, especially because now we're moving into the advanced division, so some of these players have a lot more time playing, a lot more experience in these different leagues, and maybe they have built up their coordination a bit better. If so, then I think we'll see even less Ash Tracer. But maybe they have just opted to try to learn these comps that at their peak aren't as good, but are much easier to reach a runnable level with.
Yeah, obviously a lot of players, especially in this like tournament. Obviously, it's a bit smaller. I guess not as people are taking it seriously as like they would as a league matchups. You could see some experimentation of comps. Maybe Aspect hopping on that Pharah, Chugging on that Genji, and then like for tanks, maybe they might run a Hog. You know, Hog can still be played, a lot harder to do. But yeah,
Hog cannot be played. Hog nor Genji can be played. And if you
I've
think,
seen it, dude. I've seen it.
You've seen it, but it hasn't
Yeah.
been good.
They've won. They have won with it. Some like 3.7 scrims and shit. Yeah, swear to God.
Scrims against GG and Egg teams who are together for one scrim, then leave. Yeah.
Yeah, but anything goes in this tournament. Just gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah. As if you are new to this tournament, it is a 1-2 series, so whichever team can reach 2 maps first will be declared the winner. And I'm very excited to see just how these teams adapt throughout the series, because the fact that it's a lot shorter of a series means you don't have as much time to experiment with a comp. As it looks like our first map of the series as well will be Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Lijiang Tower, obviously a pretty like different map depending on what stage you're on. Obviously you got the like super high like tower one garden, which allows for a lot of different compositions. You could have like Pharahs there, but then you could just run the meta, so it's gonna be interesting. And then you're going over to control center, a lot of Junkrat, a little brawl stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they pick and do come on top.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's Lijiang means we could see some Pharah, especially because of how good Aspect is on this Pharah, and the maps just kind of allow for the Pharah a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that. If they wouldn't, I'd be surprised why they wouldn't be putting Acid in here.
Do you wonder? I wonder if we will see any Widowmaker throughout the series. Widowmaker, of course, has been nerfed recently, and so she's not as lethal, but in a lot of situations, you still can get a fair amount of value out of the Widowmaker. So I just wonder if we will see see the teams opting to run the Widowmaker, especially because Kingdom Come does have Cheddar, who historically is a very good Widowmaker.
Yeah, honestly, at least on this map, I don't think so. I think we're hopping over to like a payload next map, so that's possible depending on the map pick. But on this map, I don't see it. There's just a lot better options depending on the stage, for sure.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the first two series like rules, if a team can adapt and like get over something, the game's gonna be over in a blink of an eye. Like a team could just carry on momentum, roll, and then yeah, you're just you're gonna be in you're gonna be out. Sorry, I was gonna say losers bracket, but yeah, but no losers bracket in this single elimination. Yeah, you're gonna be out if you make too many mistakes. You're done for.
Yeah, something that is very, of course, a best of two, 1-2 isn't what most people would like, but something that a 1-2 does allow is it shows which teams have put in the most prep time coming into the game. Because in a 1-3 scenario, or 1-3, or even a 1-4, you really have a lot of time to just stick with one comp and see, especially because I would say the meta, while it seems to be figured out with this Reaper Sombra comps, or sometimes like Ash Sombra, Ash Tracer, these very brawly dive comps, I feel like there is a good chance that the meta hasn't been figured out yet. I think watching these games, I think honestly Reinhardt is more viable than it seems in the current meta. I also think Double Bubble is more viable than has been shown recently.
Yeah, Double Bubble especially, and it's mainly I think the Winston just allows for I feel when you play a Reinhardt with this Reaper Sombra, it's a lot slower. You know, the Sombra can't really get into position because your Rein's just getting shredded, and she can't really find a hack. But with the monkey, it just allows more space to be taken for sure.
Yeah, as it looks like we will be getting into our first map of this series. Technically, it's possible we could see 5 maps if we see 2 draws. It's not.
So,
It's not a
Garden
impossible.
is the map. So Aspect, I think he's gonna be looking. But it is in waiting for players, so I'm not gonna reveal their comps just yet. But I think they might go for that Faro composition.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see why they would put Aspect otherwise on. But only time will tell.
Yeah. Shutter, who recently has been switching over to some more tank play, is playing for this team as a DPS, which I like to see. I remember a year or 2 ago, he was really this standout DPS player. And so it just feels good to see him back on what was his comfort role.
Ready for battle.
It looks like we're going to get a sneak peek at these teams' comps. I would be surprised if Kingdom Come... not Kingdom Come.
Oh, Cheddar has left the lobby.
We're going to have a quick pause. Hopefully we can get him back in, or we could get a substitution in, because of the fact that the game hasn't really started yet.
I guess we could do a bit of a like team analysis again. Some more unknown players. I've actually played with them in Pugs. VBM Frisbee, really good Ana. I played against him. Hits like almost every sleep he does. So I think that's a really good pick for him. It looks like actually Hangzhou's kind of, they could be doing for like a more comfort pick thing. Aspect does play the Genji. Chuggy obviously very comfortable on the Tracer. And then VBM on that Ana that he's really good at. So it looks like they might be going for this comfort pick. Also, Painless on his Lucio. A lot of people know him as a Reddit Lucio, in fact.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think labeling them as a Reddit Lucio is fair.
But it's good that both teams do seem to have all of their players. Yesterday, obviously, Mom Mentality, the game that we casted previously, had 3 ringers by the second map. So unfortunate, but it looks like these guys have a better availability in this case, and we will be getting to see a rough full strength team. Obviously, it's very early, so they're probably going to be getting a lot better, obviously, but it's going to be very fun to watch.
As another delay for this game, Cheddar has to restart his PC, so hopefully we can just get him back into the lobby and get this game underway. I really hate what Hangzhou are kind of have right now with this more traditional dive. I think Genji is the worst hero in the game right now when it comes to DPS.
Genji's not great.
I think he's worse than Bastion. I think Bastion has situations where he can play him. I don't
Genji,
think
you gotta be really good at Genji to make it work. And I feel like his kit, other than his blade, is just so undertuned. I think he was in a good place before. All they could have done was probably maybe lower his ult like speed rate.
No, because the thing was before I'm not a Genji player. I never had played Genji. Coming like pre-Genji buff, I had an hour on him. I managed to climb on DPS, which I was 1900 because I never played DPS. Playing Genji up like 400 SR. Never playing Genji before. I know it's low rank, but Genji's just not good. I mean, Genji was too good. You could just very easily just dominate the neutral game, just especially because of just how potent his right clicks were. I think currently
now he's a blade bot essentially.
I don't think Genji's always going to either be overpowered or awful. I don't think there will be an in between.
It's very hard to find that middle ground for sure. Yeah, but like right now, the only real like thing that is going for him is nano blades. To get any other value, you have to be like one of the better Genjis. You have to be the best Genji in like fucking North America, essentially. It's very hard to find value on him right now, and this is coming from a Genji main. Like I play a lot of Genji, I have like 400 hours on him, and yeah, he's in a not the best state. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Aspect swaps. Maybe they're playing this up for the stream as well. Maybe they're gonna be going back to that fabled pharmacy.
Yes, this point is very good for Pharmacy as well. So I'd be very surprised if we didn't see Pharmacy played here, especially because of how good he is at Pharah as well.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably like a top 3 Pharah area in the actual whole game. But yeah, still looks like Cheddar has not arrived. I hope he has an SSD so he can restart quickly. Mm. But then you're looking over at Kingdom Come, and they're going for that more traditional, if it is traditional now, that meta comp. It looked like Cheddar was on that Reaper before, so they're going for that Diva, which I like. Really good DM. Obviously, Copy Dog plays a lot of Diva, so should be good on that. And main tank plays Winston. Let's be honest here. The ranging cool Sombra. I've actually seen him before. Seen him on that before. This was a meta, so it looks like he probably is very comfortable on that. Pixel Master can't play like any flex support. Let's be honest here. And then Jizz, known as a flex support, so it's gonna be interesting to see his main support capabilities.
I would be surprised if he played Lucio. I think Mercy currently is just much better, as it appears that Cheddar has rejoined the game. And so we just
20 seconds left for them to pick Aspect. Will you stay on that Genji? I'll be interesting to watch. I'm definitely gonna spectate him there, see if he can make it work.
As we
looks like
it looks like we're finally gonna get unpaused and back. Not back. We're to start the action. Took 25 minutes to get here, but we're here.
Hey.
We are here.
Cheddar is going to be over on the Reaper, so they're going to be running more of this meta. I would prefer to see Pixel. I think Pixel on the Moira is fine. I think Jez, though, should be on Mercy.
We'll see if it work.
Hangzhou are running Genji.
Let's see it.
And they're running Ball Diva. I don't like this comp at all, as Ann almost gets booped off, but then he immediately returns the favor by taking out Painless. That's a one-player advantage for them, and now they should be able to engage this, as Raging Cool's been looking for some hacks here, but he's been canceled out numerous times now. So they're going to push forward onto the point. They're going to take some good point presence, as that's a great ant. It hits 3 players, but Smile gets taken down. Good job from Kingdom Come to just kind of pull back and wait out the anti-nade. They just pulled back and caught Hangzhou being a bit over-aggressive, and so now they can just get these cleanup kills and cap the point.
Yeah, Painless getting absolutely crushed. I think he did go for that Reddit Lucio type rollout for the boop pad in the bridge, and it didn't go. It wasn't fruitful.
He got the boot, but he jumped back on. So
yeah.
It's the wrong target.
But Aspect coming up to the Nanoblade composition. After that, I could see him swapping. I think if on this dive composition, if you don't get point first, it's very difficult to retake, especially with that Reaper or Sombra.
Another good anti-nade's gonna hit Batman and Cheddar. Smile's gonna roll through the wrecking ball into the bag. They're gonna pop the Coalescence in this small room now. Genji can get a ton of value here as they have the Nano Blade, but Aspect's gonna get hacked up. Let's see if they can take him down in time. They can't. There's another good anti-nade as Primal manages to get one. The Pulse Bomb, though, trades out. The Copy Bomb doesn't find anything as the Blade gets pulled. The Nano has faded now, and the beat gets dropped. Ant takes him down. Looks like Cheddar fell off the edge as Chuggy's gonna trade back. Smile also fell off the edge. I'm not sure if he got booped and tried to get back on there. But it looks... This is very back and forth. It still could go either way, but those 2 quick kills onto Jez and Ant should help secure it. But Chuggy does go down to Cheddar then. The D-Mech comes through, as it's been a switch over to the far from Aspect. The bomb's going to get dropped on point by Batman. It's not going to find any kills, but he's going to get the remech. See, the kill from Pixel onto Frisbee is going to be crucial, helping them recap this as Pixel rolls through with 2. It looks like they may finally be able to stabilize. They built up to 75% through 2 fights, basically.
Yeah. Aspect going to that far Genji had a feeling it was going to work, and yeah, it didn't. Long story short, but they do have the beat, so they can re-engage with that. But then you have on Kingdom Come, EMP Blossom could end it all.
There's no oh, they do switch over to the Mercy. They gave up the beat for the Mercy here. Okay. The MP comes through. It's going to hit 2. The Blossom's not going to find any kills, but it will get a D-Mech. He's going to get slept now. As on the point, the Pulse Bomb gets thrown in, and it's going to take down Jez. But Pixel gets 1, and then Ant and Batman get 2 as well. Take down the remaining parts of the team. And now, there's not really anybody left on point for Hangzhou, Bark, and Kingdom Come will take the first point, 100-0.
Yeah, Kingdom Come showing the resilience, getting that 100-0, but it really felt like a compositional issue on the side of Hangzhou. Obviously, starting on the Genji Tracer, which I think the Tracer's fine, but the Genji, it's just very hard to find that value. I wonder if they maybe ran that in scrims and did well with it, and that's why they tried it out. Or yeah, I don't really see any other way they'd play it. But it looks like Aspect is going to be staying on this.
I also didn't like the fact that they were running the Winston. And also, they waited so long to switch Painless over to the Mercy. By the time he swapped over to the Mercy, they had the beat. As this is not a troll, we are seeing double shield.
Interesting. Obviously, I think Batman and Disguido good Sigma players, so I don't have any question.
I'm not too mad about the Batman playing the Sigmas. They're going to teleport onto point. Both teams opting to run fairly similar comp. Like, their ideas are fairly similar. But they're going to collapse quickly. They try to be aggressive, but Pixel gets taken down, but their aggression's going to end up paying off as they're going to get 2. Aspect, though, is going to get a couple kills, and they're going to get the rest. So now they actually have the player advantage. After losing 3 players early, it looks like Hangzhou Bark should be able to get the first cap here.
Yeah, Kingdom Come did have the right idea there. With that Pharah, if you're going against the Pharah on this map, you really do want to rush into the opposite team, because the Mercy and the Pharah are off on their own, so it makes it a 4v6. Obviously, Aspect did get a lot done, a lot of splash damage, so he does have the barrage already. So it seemed Hangzhou is doing really well with this Pharah composition, and it looks like Hangzhou, or Kingdom Come actually, swapping onto it as well.
Yeah, as Disguido for Hangzhou is going to switch over to the Reinhardt as well, so they're going to be basically mirroring comps. They're going to try to push up now. Try not to get poked down. Their Aspect gets taken out of the sky by his fair counterpart, as they're going to try to push forward and get some kills now, but the turrets are causing some issues. They're going to manage to get past them and get a couple kills, but Chuggy's going to get 2. He has so much clutch potential with this Symmetra, but he's not able to carry enough in the end, as Ant's going to get 2 on the cleanup, and the cap's going to be flipped over for Kingdom Come.
Yeah, obviously Aspect favoring himself on this Pharah, but does lose the 1v1. So not looking too good for Hangzhou. Maybe they're a bit feeling under the weather. You know, Aspect, he's known as this Pharah player, and he loses the 1v1. It's not a good sign.
I don't like how Chuggy is stayed on this sim trying to push back.
Yeah, I think he would have gone to hit skin. I would have think that'd be a better play. Obviously, they do have the rush. Yeah, for sure. Chuggy's
already very low. Somehow he doesn't die as the Colossus gets top, trying to take everybody down. The Barrage gets dropped, as well as the Death Blossom. The Barrage only gets 1. The fight looks like it's going to be going the other way as the Shatter gets dropped from Ant's going to get 2. He's going to get pinned and killed, however. But the Shatter does enough work, and the team kill comes through. Chuggy's going to also switch over to the Tracer now.
Yeah, this was the first fight on this stage that ults were used. Looks like Kingdom Come manages to get back. Obviously, Aspect using the Barrage does not find anyone. Or he finds one very early on, but after that, does not get more shut down by Batman. But yeah, this is just ults being used differently and getting different amounts of value.
Oh, looks like they want to wrap around the back here. As the Flux is going to get popped. It's going to hit Wood. He's going to get taken down from it, and Frisbee trying to keep him alive gets taken down. They're going to manage to res up Frisbee now, but shouldn't matter. If Smile goes down now, there's no tank line for Hangzhou, and it looks like it's going to be last fight territory for this first map.
Yeah, this could be a very quick map 1. Aspect does find the kill. Could be good for them. Obviously, I think Chuggy J, you want to see what he does with this pulse him here.
The Shatter! It hits 3 on the ground, and then they throw down the Ant Matrix, allows the Fire Strike to get the couple kills. What a Shatter from Disguidos, allows them to set it up, and then the pin from Narnia is going to take down Jezd, and they're not done yet. They're going to cap in overtime.
Yeah, Disguido, very big Shatter. That probably won them that fight, but I think you really want to see this next combo coming up. Chuggy J with the Pulse Bomb. And Smile has that pull. Obviously, it's harder to pull, but if you do land it, it could be huge. Obviously, a fight win. So this could be really interesting to see. They do also have the brush. They could combo that. This was very hard for Kingdom Come to win this fight. I think they should just do a dry fight.
Barrage gets dropped from Aspect. It's going to take down Am, but he's going to get rocked and taken down, but not before Cheddar gets killed as well from this pin. They do trade out, so it's a 2-for-2 trade, and they are going to be able to rest. So now they are up 1. The Pulse Bomb doesn't find anything, as the Bongo gets dropped for Hangzhou. So Disguido gets rocked, and he's still playing fairly aggressive, but Frisbee gets taken down, so now they really don't have any heals to keep the team up. The Shadow doesn't find anything. I think that might have been a bit of a waste, but it shouldn't matter. They're in a cap now, and it looks like this could be the end of our first map here. It's going to take into overtime now and see if anybody can touch for Hangzhou. They do get the touch. The res gets denied. You see the Battle Mercy. Can't really do much. There will be a retouch, so they have players here. The Shatter from Disguido, however, doesn't find anything. And Raging Cool drops the barrage and gets 2 kills. And it looks like the first map should be going the way of Kingdom Come.
Yeah, just staggering picks now, and that's the map. That was even though that one went to 90s on both, or at least on the first one, at least, or second one, sorry. That was quite dominant from Kingdom Come. Yeah, not much really to say. They just kind of dominated in every front, positional-wise, and their players just seem to be getting more value with ults. So, yeah, not really much to say. Just quick map 1, honestly.
Yeah, very, very quick map 1. Hangzhou did look better once they actually had a comp built around Aspect's Pharah. Even though there was a couple times where Aspect ends up getting taken down from Raging Cool, losing the Pharah 1v1, but they do look better when they have comp built around Aspect's comfort pick.
Yeah, after this map, Payload, I think everyone all wants to see this player Acid, you know, really good player, known flex DPS, come in for Aspect, and be that Chuggy J Acid combo. You know, they played together in Horizon League on the team Yikes, coming grand finals. So obviously unknown DPS duo. I think they were also Season 1 League 0 on Hangzhou Bark. So a bit of a veteran DPS line. They definitely have probably more synergy than Aspect Chuggy J. So I'm actually really excited to see if Acid will go in or not. I think that could be what the team needs. Just a bit more flexibility for sure.
Yeah, looks like we're just gonna wait for the map pick. It will be Hangzhou's map pick. Just wonder what they'll pick. If I'm not mistaken, it is Escort is next.
And they're putting in a Kimbo as well.
Kimbo for this guy, and then Acid's gonna come in for Aspect. So I think coming into this game, this is what a lot of people thought was gonna be ran. This lineup.
You know, Kimbo, I'd say he's most known for his Sigma. Obviously, a really good Sigma player. And I guess he obviously does play other off things, but it's something interesting to see what they do. Will they run something different, or will they be going on this meta? Obviously, the Winston could go Zarya, could go Diva, and then obviously Acid, known to play Reaper. I could see him on that. Chuggy J, obviously both really flexible DPS players. So I'm actually interested to see who will play what. Obviously the Sombra, the Reaper. Then supports, you know, doing their job. I don't think it has been a support diff this game. I think both are doing well on their own front. Obviously LPN also coming in for Pixel Master. So will they run Lucio perhaps? LPN, a known Lucio Ana player, I believe. Definitely Ana for sure. I'm pretty sure he's an Ana main. So will they play that? But also Pixel Master is a good Ana, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they change, or are they just giving their players some playtime?
Yeah, just yeah. I think they're just trying to test out some different compositions, just see what these teams want to run. See what their team wants to run. As Dorado will be our second map of the series.
This is I'd say a pretty flexible map comp wise. I mean, obviously you could play that Tracer Ash, you could play the meta Doom Sombra, or sorry, Doom Sombra. That hasn't been in meta for like a year.
Been in meta since
yeah, Reaper Sombra. Sorry. Will we see that, or maybe something different? Could see a Widow on either side. Obviously, Chuggy, Cheddar both play the Widow.
And Acid. Yeah, Acid can also play the Widow if needed. But of course, it's not his best role, but he can play the Widowmaker if needed. I wonder if we'll see any double sniper.
It looks like It looks like actually Mani will be coming in as well for
Okay.
Copy Dog. Mani, I think he also plays I'd say, I mean, he's off tank, obviously. Plays very similar heroes to Copy Dog. So, once again, is this a compositional thing, or are they just giving their players some more playtime? I'm very curious about that. Will they change their, do they change their playstyle in composition around players, or, yeah, the latter?
We wait for their readies from both teams. And so we could try to hop into our second and possibly final map of the series in between Hangzhou Bark and Kingdom Come.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think... Oh, sorry?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I definitely think this is Hangzhou Bark's strongest 6 in.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're really gonna give it their all. And I really do think that. Obviously, I think Akimbo, obviously a more known player than Disguido. So I think he does deserve to play. Obviously, he did get drafted later, but very good player. And then you have like obviously your main DPS line, Acid Chuggy J, known DPS duo. So it looks like this is their full strength 6, and I'm pretty excited to see it against Kingdom Come.
I hope the second map is much more competitive than the first one. If Hangzhou do hit this map, I'm gonna say it again. We have the chance for a map 5.
Yeah, definitely.
If Hangzhou win this map, then we will go to I think it is Hybrid, and then Assault, and then we would have a...
Yeah, to go to a game 5, they'd have to...
If those 2 maps draw, then we would go to a final decided... Just forgot the map type.
Very unlikely, but you never know. You never know.
So we are just waiting from the readies, so we can hop into the game. Do you think there's a possibility we see a third map here?
I mean, you never know. Obviously, these teams are both very new. But I could see it honestly. You know, you do have the full strength Hangzhou Bark. Are they that different of team with Acid and Akimbo? And we'll find out. You know, it was pretty dominant on the side of Kingdom Come first map. So let's see if Hangzhou Bark can give it to Kingdom Come here. I think it is possible. I do think that, and I'm hoping for it. I'd love to get to a third map here.
If we could see a third map, I think that would be very exciting to see a third map. So we're gonna hop in to the map Dorado here, as I'm curious of what we're gonna see. Maybe some double sniper coming out from Hangzhou Bark. Acid and Chuggy both can play these sniper characters at a fairly decent level. So I'm just curious on what comp Hangzhou are going to run. I think we'll see more meta still from Kingdom Come, however. I think they will continue to run meta. Maybe a bit of Sigma as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think Mani most known for his diva, so I would be surprised if they'd be playing something else. But yeah, excited to see. Mani and the Reinhardt. Interesting composition. I guess... Yeah, very interesting composition. I wonder if they're playing this up or that is the real one, because that's very interesting looking from the get-go.
On the defense, we're going to see Widow Sombra. I think this comp would be better if we had the Ashe instead of the Widowmaker, as we have a pause. Ashe from Hangzhou. So.
Yeah. This is really... This really is like... Oh, looks like Chuggy's gone as well. Wow, everybody's just leaving these. But like I was saying, looks like this is more of a thing is like, do you trust your hit scan player to play that Widow at a level that it gets more value than that Ashe, you know? You really do have to have trust in your DPS players here. So it's going to see if Acid can get that value. Obviously, Rachel does move over to the Pharah, so he does have that going for him. But yeah, it's just be interesting to see. I could see him if this doesn't work on this first fight. He could swap over to the Ashe. Maybe even something different. Chuggy Joy does join back. Yeah. The goat making his return.
So we will just wait for the ready from Hangzhou to hop back into our second map. Possibly final map. As we get the ready, just waiting for the unpause now.
Chuggy J, there is 17 seconds left till it starts, so it looks like he'll be able to make it back, so we don't have to restart the whole entire map, which is good. Saves a bit of time.
Yeah. So, Chuggy, do you think this was a tactical disconnect so we could switch off Sombra?
You know what? Maybe.
You think he's that smart?
I'm not gonna write it off. Chuggy J. A goat, a god. He's not mortal. So, we'll see. Really playing it up. Taking his time. But, yeah. Cheddar is pissing.
He's
so
taking a piss. This is causing another delay, but it's
looks like everyone's going for a piss. So just leaving us here.
The Smiler's invitational piss break.
Yep.
We're getting the unpause. Hi, and nope, it's been paused again.
Debated.
Oh. I
got them
finally into the game. It was a tactical disconnect.
Oh no!
Oh, I was about to feel so smart. No,
yeah, so you do see the tank line of Hangzhou Bark on this red building here, very close. So it looks like they're going to be looking to drop onto them, and obviously get out.
Very interesting support line from Kingdom Come. It's what they ran on the first map. I don't like it though. I think running a Mercy is still going to be better as Acid hits a shot into Zed. We'll look to see if we can get any more kills here initially. It's just not really a fight, but an opening pick nonetheless.
Acid just shooting shots, and hitting them. Obviously, ooh, they're diving in now.
Yeah, looks like they're diving this high ground here. Frisbee does fall low, but he's gonna stay up. Acid, if he can hit a shot here, that would help his team quite a lot. You see the CP onto the high ground as it's gonna be a full Canova dive. Can they get anybody off the dive initially? Akimbo does fall low, but he's going to manage to stay in the mech as nobody has died yet here. It's just been some dives that haven't cost anybody their life, but Smile overextends and gets taken down. So currently it's just this player advantage for Kingdom Come, but Acid does hit a shot to even things out, but there's going to be 2 kills to kind of trade back and get them the better advantage, and it's a fight win and some possibly a point A capture for Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Hangzhou still sticking on the Widowmaker, so it's pretty interesting. I think they do have to swap. You know, obviously Kingdom Come very quick in this composition. Obviously playing very fast and rushing. Obviously Cheddar teleporting and supplying him with a bubble, and it just it's really effective right now. So Acid is sticking on it, but it's interesting if he can get that value.
Yeah, I think the Ashe would just be better here. While there are a lot of long sight lines, you just get dove really easily against the comp that Kingdom Come are running. See? Hangzhou's just going to want to try to hold on to this high ground here as the bomb is being thrown in from Akimbo. The EMP comes through and manages to take down Ant. It's a great opening pick, and then they're just going to collapse onto Zed and take him down. And this is a great ult combo. It does find just the 1 kill from the ult combo, but it creates a lot of space, and this is going to be a nasty stagger onto Mane.
Obviously, this is a game, so staggering is done openly, you know, but abilities, ultimates coming online for both teams, but you do see Kingdom Come with 6 ults, let's be honest here. So it's going to be interesting to see. They do have the EMP bomb, which is probably one of the better, looks like Joe's disconnected, so...
not sure what happened, but...
Okay, I guess I'll cast now. If I play. But it does look like they're gonna be looking for the CMP bomb. Ooh, looks like Chucky J getting cast out. Diving in is Kingdom Come. Bomb finds nobody. EMP on the side of Kingdom Come, also finding not much. He finds 3, doesn't get any value from it though. Hack onto BBM Frisbee. Does have the Transcendence. Looks like everybody's using their ult here. Acid falling. He's dead. Fallen down. Gets killed by Ant. It looks like still not a obvious winner to this team fight. Very scrappy.
Looks like Hangzhou has stabilized.
Yeah, they have stabilized. A bit scrappy. Both picks. A couple picks calling in for each side.
Ooh,
but
Acid. That's actually a great stagger into money, an accidental stagger.
Yeah.
As we look at the ults from both sides, Shuggy has the CMP, so I think this may be a free fight because you have another EMP bomb combo, while Kingdom just kind of don't really have anything. I think you could use the Death Blossom if the fight starts going your way, but
yeah, Kingdom Come used 5 ults last fight, and they did not win it, which is unfortunate.
Ooh, bit of a misjump from Smouse to put him on the low ground. It looks like Kingdom Come's going to try to go for a little cute wraparound, take the high ground without really having to contest Hangzhou initially. The card's not in a place where they could dive it very easily from that position. And Acid has some good sightline, so if you're going to hit a shot, this will really open things up.
Yeah, Acid, despite being on that Widow, is still finding a decent amount of value, obviously getting a couple headshot kills. So I think it's working for now. It's going to be interesting to see, though, once he does get dived.
Yeah,
very up-in-your-face composition by Kingdom Come.
He has the sights, they wait for it to fade. And now they're going to push. And is fallen very low.
This is a first EMP situation right here, I feel.
Yeah.
We'll get the team fight win.
They gave Raging Cool enough time to build up the CMP. So, I think
Raging Cool was on like 70 before.
Yeah, 50% I think. Ooh! Cheddar gets taken down, Acid finds 2. Acid finds 2 kills immediately before Raging Cool can get into this back to take him down. Chuggy pops the EMP, I don't think it hit anybody. Shouldn't matter in the end though, so they end up wasting the EMP, but it shouldn't really matter. As a good win from Hangzhou with the shot off the back of some great shots from Acid.
Yeah, Acid, I retract my statement, doing a lot to keep value on this Widowmaker, which really is, if you are not hitting those shots, obviously doesn't find anything. Obviously, Ash finding a lot more in the neutral, especially with the Dynamite. But Acid, proving me wrong, obviously, very good job from him.
Is there a dive to high ground, but a volley takes down Zed immediately, but the EMP comes through and they manage to trade out onto Frisbee, so that's no Transcendence for them. Smile gets taken down as well. It looks like this is a fight win and possible point B capture.
Yeah, Raging Cool, really good EMP there. Did it basically on the Zen, but does get a kill, and 4 others are EMP'd as well, so that's a pretty easy fight win.
Chuggy gets taken down by Cheddar. Not sure if he got hacked or what exactly happened here. As the bomb gets thrown, let's see if we can find anything. Gets 1 and a D-Mech. The Death Blossom doesn't find anything. Frisbee, Trans can't stop. The Trans can stop a lot, but it can't stop a Diva Bomb. And it looks like this will be a point B capture and a minute 30 time extension for Hangzhou Bart.
Yeah, VBM getting like 2 picks on the way out, which is kind of funny, but Kingdom Come do cap this second point. And they're on to the third. A minute 13 left. So they're probably going to be coming into this just looking to cap. You know, obviously not much in the time bank. So will they be able to cap it? That's the biggest question for me. I mean, Chuggy J does have that EMP soon. So the EMP bomb combo.
Yeah, they're going to fight over the high ground here. And they're going to pop the Colossus. Looks like Kingdom Come has come on top of this high ground battle. They're going to manage to get a couple kills as the bomb gets thrown in. From Akimbo doesn't find anything. That's a 2, make that 3-player advantage on 4 Kingdom Come. They're going to roll it right here near point C. There will be a recontest from Hangzhou, but how good will it be?
It looks like Kingdom Come is just being very tight with their tank line. Oh, I think they're a lot more synergized. Obviously, they were previously
good EMP.
Gang from Toker.
I think Painless got canceled out of his beat.
Oh my.
As GZ as well will just get hacked up, but
Raging Cool
will get up. Cheddar fights too.
Cheddar.
So Zed finds a ton of value while Painless just gets hacked out of it, and with 6.9 seconds left,
and then Painless boops Cheddar, who is ulting into 2 of his other teammates. Interesting play from Painless. But they do keep it to a relatively low time bank, 6.9 giggity. Yeah. Time for Hangzhou. Pretty interesting. Acid, well, I feel like he was doing pretty well on Widowmaker, but I think he could have done even more on the Ashe. But he is really playing well. Maybe it is a tank difference, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like saying that, but it kind of seeming true. And Imani playing extraordinarily well right now. They just seem to be like on the same page like every time they go for a dive.
For this point B defense from Hangzhou, they played very well with the Widow. They got a lot of value, and I think it was like around 4 minutes that they were able to hold on point B before it got capped. So I think it's more of like a DPS issue. They don't have... I feel like Acid doesn't have the flexibility needed to switch to more different heroes to get the type of value he needs.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really discredit them getting the 3rd point. It's very easy to steamroll on 3rd point, and they did manage to hold it just for a bit. So the time bank is lower, but yeah.
This could be a very aggressive hold from Kingdom Come. They're just gonna try to hold them in spawn with this May Reaper. As I doubt. Oh, so they're trying to run this Bastion here against a team that's just gonna sit around the corner and wait for them to push the hook though. Takes down OPN. Hog's been nerfed, but in some situations, a hook's a hook. And the cute attempt from Kingdom Come. In the end, it probably won't change the outcome. I wonder if Hangzhou's going to stay on this call.
Yeah, so they're going on the flank, getting 2 picks of his own there. But I think that what really opened that up was the hook from Akimbo. Obviously, getting the pick onto LPN, the Moira, pretty early on, and that was just over from that point.
Yeah.
Raging Cool, though, coming pretty close to his Blizzard. So he did manage to farm that up quite a bit. But we're going to see if he can get it in time for this next fight.
Chuggy swapped off the Bastion. Their entire comp swap. Looks like they noticed that they were holding right outside and just had something to break through that. They're going to dive this Reinhardt very easily as he gets hacked up. He's getting some good damage in, but LPN gets taken down. So that's their main source of healing gone. The pin doesn't fight anything from Ant as the Cryo Freeze comes through. Ice Block, Cryo... Wait, it's Ice Block and his Blaster's the Cryo Freeze. The Blizzard gets thrown in after they take down Cheddar, so this is a winnable fight for both sides, especially with the Kimbo going down there, but Zed's going to get taken down, and so does Ant, so it looks like Hangzhou will be able to cap point B.
Yeah, Acid, they're going on the flank on the left or around the, what's it called? Those little, like, stands there, finding those high-powered body shots, which are just going to chip those tanks down. I think that was really well played from him. But it does look, some ults coming onto the sides of both. You Smile coming up to that Primal, Chuggy on the EMP as well. But you do have Cheddar with that EMP and Mani with that bomb, so it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams will use these ultimates, and will they get that value that they want?
Yeah, as they're just gonna, as Kingdom Come's just gonna try to control this high ground here. As that's a great shot from Acid, takes down LPN immediately. The Coalescent's not available now, as Acid's just gonna poke in from the side. Just kind of on an island, getting a fair amount of value.
Yeah, Acid, it seems like he's playing for this more flank Widow strategy, just catching his enemies off guard, just finding these headshot picks. He's doing really well right now. Obviously, Raging Cool in the back line. Looks like he's going to try to look for this Widow on Acid.
On the other stream, as this fight starts, Powerhouse has just beat Overcharged 2-0. As Acid takes down Cheddar, yeah. So, Overcharged out of the tournament as the EMP gets dropped. It hits Zed, which is very important, so no beat for them. And it could go either way but no, not anymore. So they're going to get the kills onto Kingdom Come. But back to the point I just made. Powerhouse takes down Overcharge. I would call that upset.
Yeah, it's called an upset. I am on Powerhouse. I did think it would be very hard to beat Overcharge, though. Overcharge looking pretty good, but Hangzhou steamrolling on Dorado attack. 4 minutes 30 is what they have to cap with.
Yeah, they have 4.5 minutes to cap here. Looks like... Okay, Smile doesn't go down. He's gonna pop the Primal and take down the hacked up Sombra as the Coalescence gets dropped. Cheddar on the flanks. Just gonna get the Defense Matrix and burst down. This is a fight win. One more fight for Kingdom Come to try to nullify this attack.
Yeah, you're really gonna be looking to see how Kingdom Come are gonna be using these 6 ultimates that they have allotted. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You really don't know what they're gonna use here. I'm expecting an EMP bomb perhaps. Raging Cool, obviously just about to get this EMP.
Yeah, it's Acid's taken down very low, and he misses his grapple hook, so he could be taken down, and he does. Zed's gonna take him down as the bomb's gonna thrown in after Smile gets taken down, so maybe a bit of a waste, but they only use 2 ults there, so I would say that's a very ult-efficient fight for Kingdom Come.
Yeah, very smart though from Acid. Finally moving over from the Widow. Not to say he was doing bad, but definitely has less value on this 3rd point. Switching over to the Reaper, so the more coveted meta composition right now.
Yeah, especially pushing into what Kingdom Come are running on point C of Dorado is very difficult. As it looks like they want to try to take this high ground. Yeah, they're going to dive the high ground very fast. Smile's going to get some good damage as the EMP comes through, and it's going to hit everybody except the Lucio, so the B gets dropped. Cheddar doesn't fight anything with the Death Blossom. 3 ults used so far from Kingdom Come and no kills out of it. On the point out, Chuggy does have this EMP, needs to try to hit Zed to make sure they can't use the sound barrier. Hack onto Smile means he might be able to get taken down, but Frisbee with this Coalescence is going to keep him up. The EMP gets dropped, and it's going to hit everybody on the side of Kingdom Come. The B gets dropped as soon as it fades, as soon as the hack fades, but the kills are all going the way of Hangzhou, so it'll be a capture with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Yeah, just looks like Hangzhou getting more ult value there. You know, Overwatch known for its ultimates, and that's what they do. They have big value, and they can also be shut down fairly easily depending on how your team is playing. Cheddar popping his Blossom gets booped off the high ground. Rage Cool actually did well with his EMP, got like 4 or 5, but they just couldn't follow up on it, getting like 1 or less kills. And yeah, Hangzhou literally did the opposite, getting an even bigger EMP, and they just found more value with their ults. So that's just seems what it is like right now. Yeah, I'm proud of our house. Let's go, boys. 2-0.
Yeah, our house 2-0. That's a 2-0.
2-0. I'm surprised. Overcharge looked like a better team. I don't know if they had any ringers or not. Obviously, I'm not in the custom game. Yeah. But yeah.
I was like very
Jason and Crybaby are goated.
Crybabies. I love Crybaby. Dude, I was on Joker last season. He was on Bench Gang. There was one map where he had a flooded deadlift, and it was just like nutting over the fact about how good Crybaby is.
Yeah, Crybaby very high potential, but we're starting this 3rd round with
you see,
on the attack.
Basically the same comps that should be expected from either team here. Money's gonna get hacked up initially, but he should be all right. They're gonna dive the high ground here, and it's gonna force Frisbee off, which means he can't get the heals, especially after that anti-nade. Akimbo won't be able to get healed as he's going to get demexed now. That's a great opening pick as Acid's going to get dove. And Smile's also going to get hacked, so they take down Acid. And so this should be a good fight win. 30 seconds left now for Kingdom Come to tap.
Yeah, Acid, they're just getting caught alone. A bit greedy there, staying after his team is just rotated all the way down. Dust there gets picked off, and it looks like Kingdom Come is going to be rolling towards first point cap.
Yeah. As they will get a recontest here. Smile gets taken down immediately though, but they trade out onto Amp, but Frisbee gets taken down. So most of the heals for Hangzhou are gone, but same thing for Kingdom Come, especially with Acid going down. They trade it out, LPN going down. They take down Zed, and then Akimbo gets demacked, and it looks like this will be a fight win. It was very close and back and forth, and it could have gone either way, but it looks like this should finally be going the way of Kingdom Come. There are still some players here, however, so it's a 3v3 on the point. Primal Rage and the Death Blossom get popped at the same time for Kingdom Come. They manage to take out Smile, and then there goes Acid. Monty finds 2. Make that 3 on the cleanup.
Yeah, you can't step off the cart though. It is overtime. If you just step off, your round's done. But yeah, honestly, that was such a weird fight. Yeah, that was such a weird fight. Like, players dying in a 1-to-1 ratio for each team. But they do have the EMP bomb on the side of Hangzhou. This could end it all here.
Yeah, the teleport onto high ground from Cheddar. He's gonna get forced off as the dive comes through from Monty onto the high ground. The Diva Bomb's gonna get thrown in from the Kimbo. It's gonna take down LPN in the back. The EMP comes through and it hits Raging Cool. Only Raging Cool, and the Chuggy's gonna get taken down by him. The EMP gets dropped as the fight is very back and forth. This first he gets down 2 with his Coalescence, and then Zed goes down. I feel like this was a waste of an EMP, but it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, Chuggy not really finding much with that EMP. It looks like he was 1v1ing somebody, and then he throws his Translocator and doesn't really get anything.
The EMP hit Raging Cool, but then Raging Cool killed him.
Yeah, he threw in his Translocator, but the thing is, the bomb already exploded by that point, so he kind of just solo EMP'd. But his team manages to back him up, and they end up winning that fight. So Kingdom Come only do have 42 meters pushed into point 2, but they did get that with only 1 minute, so very good from them, honestly. Hangzhou though, nearly 3.5 minutes. Very possible for them to quite honestly steamroll this and have this third map coming up soon.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
This is a winnable map for either side.
Chuggy J on the Bastion?
I think they'll... It looks like this is what they ran initially, and then they swapped off, so I feel like it's just to get out of spawn here.
You got Raging Cool looking for that scout to relay his teammates the other team's composition. Smart play from him.
You're not doing this close hold though. Kingdom Come was. So
doing a lot more space.
This call that Hangzhou's running here. Their goal isn't to try to win the map with this. It's just to get an opening pick. You just swap over to the meta. Looks like Acid's gonna stay on the Widowmaker. So we're gonna get ready for the first fight here. Panel's gonna get forced off the high ground, so Akimbo will go up to and contest the tanks on the high ground for both sides. They will drop onto the card now. Akimbo's curbled up and gets D-Mech. Tag on the G-Set should allow him to take him out as Akimbo gets taken down. The D-Mech though comes on to Monty, so they practically trade divas there.
Yeah, pretty interesting play from the tank line of from Hangzhou there. The tanks jump up one by one. One dropping down, and then the other goes up. I don't know if that was, they meant to do that, obviously, Akimbo.
Oh, G-Zed gets hacked. He could get taken down, and he does. Chuggy manages to take him down, and the Smile takes down Monty before he can remech, and so this looks like this should be a fight win, and they still have 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty interesting positioning from Jiz there. Just easily gets caught out, hacked, dead. In a matter of seconds. It looks like Hangzhou has transferred the momentum switch already on them. Rolling in, only one on cart, so they're gonna be able to touch his Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Chuggy gets hacked. I wonder if he gets taken down. No, he won't. So he'll be able to pull back with his team. The EMP is online for Raging Cool. So there won't be a sound barrier to counter it, or a counter EMP as of now. As nearly fully capped as the EMP gets dropped. It's gonna hit 4 players, and then they take down 2 immediately. With a minute 30 left, they can have fights like these. They really can. For like 2 more fights.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming up to honestly like 5 ults here, and the one to watch, especially on this point A, by the Fountain especially. Actually, EMP bomb could be very deadly for the side of Kingdom Come here. They really do have to split up and play more staggered defense. Especially they know obviously they're tracking ults. So I think they're expecting it, so they are kind of playing behind this building here.
Yeah, Ant's gonna dive in aggressive. He's gonna get nanoed. The EMP gets dropped. It's gonna hit 4 players, and they shred down 1 immediately. Kimbo's gonna throw in the bomb off the back to take down Cheddar. Chuggy does get traded though, but it shouldn't matter. It may matter if the spawn can find some value, though it can't. On the cart now, Painless gets hacked up. Chuggy's gonna switch over to the Tracer. Painless has this beat if he wants to use it, but it doesn't look like they will need it. And so this should be our first point tap for Hangzhou. They need basically one fight win here if they want to win the map.
Yeah, Hangzhou, obviously, they did have 2 extra minutes. Acid finding a great pick there, but they did have 2 extra minutes over Kingdom Come, so they did take a longer time to cap this first point, but still, they're going to be getting some ults here in a bit. I mean, they're not too influential though. Obviously, B can be, but Sights, Acid, he really has to shine here.
He hit a headshot initially onto Monty, bring him down a bit. He trades position because he knows they're trying to pressure him. Manages to push out Raging Cool as this Death Blossom gets dropped in this room from Cheddar. Doesn't find any kills, however. As on the cart now, Beat's gonna get dropped as they're looking for some kills. Cheddar's gonna get hacked up, but he will manage to get back to his team. But Frisbee gets taken down, but immediately LPN gets traded out. Ant gets hit by the self-destructed, so does Bonnie. The EMP gets dropped. It's gonna hit everybody. They managed to take down Smile. This is still very winnable for either side here. On the cart, Cheddar's very low. Raging Cool finds 2 as they get the DMAC onto Akimbo. This could be turnable for Kingdom Come. It looks like they may have just done it. They do take down Cheddar, but then Akimbo goes down, and that's going to be it. Kingdom Come are going to win the series 2-0.
2-0, yeah. I think Acid could have swapped over there to that Reaper. I mean, with that, like, 30 seconds left, it was just very risky, I feel. I mean, obviously, this doesn't mean too much, and you can't really count out Hangzhou for the rest of the season, obviously, for being that team that got 2-0'd. But really, pretty interesting. I did not expect Acid to stay on this Widow, though he did find value in some points. It was just pretty interesting overall. But yeah, 2-0, pretty swift. Pretty competitive on that last one, though. It looked like Hangzhou does have a lot of potential here.
Yeah, I thought Hangzhou were going to end up winning the entire map, but they weren't able to do it. But of course, this is just a friendly invitational, so whoever wins this game in the end, it doesn't have really it doesn't have very many implications for the entire season. But
Hangzhou already left.
They got their entire team got kicked.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Triggered, obviously on Kingdom Come, kicked everybody. And Mani reigns over Akimbo this one time. Obviously, they had a bit of a feud in Toker, both being on bench gang. One getting playtime, the other not so much. But yeah, 2-0 to Kingdom Come. Hangzhou Bark is out of the SMI. And yeah, Kingdom Come moves on to the next round, where I'm not sure who they're playing.
I think they are.
Is it Powerhouse?
I can go take a look. They are playing Powerhouse in the next round.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's gonna be one to watch. Obviously. Is that also the one gonna be casted?
Yes, it will. It will be live streamed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how that one goes. And
yeah, it's going to be
also winning 2-1 over Tokyo.
It's going to be live streamed on our on the second stream, twitch.tv/thegamester.
And if you were watching this one, other scores for the night first round: Epizooks is 2-1 over Vertigo, Platchat 2-1 over Tokyo Drifters, and on NASCAR Ghosts. And then obviously just now, Kingdom Come 2-0 versus Hangzhou Bark. So it looks like that is us done.
Yeah. The next game is here. My bad. Next game is going to be streamed here on this channel. Powerhouse versus Kingdom Come will be here.
Very shortly.
Yeah, so stay tuned for our next matchup. That'll be it for us here at... That'll be it for me and Nyx, however.
Was fun.
Yeah, was fun. Had fun casting Smilers Invitational, as always. So we hope to see you later.
See you.